Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. Today we are finally going to start the landscaping project on the front side of the garage. Let me show you what we got going on. So as you guys know, we dredged the bottom of the pond down there with a whole bunch of shale and clay material, brought it up here and added this fill on the front side of the garage, and we had this graded out. Well, yesterday we were still a little bit high here and I wanted to bring it down to make more room for some topsoil here to plant some shrubs, to get some sand and stone to make a walkway and a patio here. So I got that all shaved down. We've also brought a lot of rocks, boulders out of the woods. We've got a farm of these boulders back in the woods. So I want to start taking these and placing them on the front side of this bank here. As you can see, it's pretty steep. And we're gonna start working on that. Obviously, I don't have enough rock there to do the whole thing, so I've actually got a load of softball size stone down to 1 inch. And the thought is we're gonna kind of intermix sizes and create like a rock garden of, you know, this big chunky stuff with a lot of the smaller stuff. And then we've got a couple of plants we're gonna lay in there as well. Another thing that I've done is picked up a couple of things on sale at the end of the season. I'm gonna show you those real quick. So landscaping projects can get very expensive very quickly, but if you keep your eye open, you can find stuff on sale. These were on sale over at Walmart for the end of the season. I think they were normally $10 a paver stone, and we got them for $3 because they wanted to get rid of them. They didn't have enough to do a giant project. But this is enough here to do, I think, a 15 by 13 patio out in front of our covered porch that we have there. So obviously we're gonna have to, you know, do some mixing because you can tell there's two different colors. There's the lighter and the darker, but that's gonna work out just fine because we're gonna mix them and make it kind of random for the patio. Another thing we picked up on sale at the end of the season was some of these shrubs. I think a lot of these were normally $10 to $15, and we ended up getting them for $3 to $5 a piece. So that's the plan, is big rock, small rock, shrubs, and a patio with some of those paver stones. I don't think we're gonna be doing the patio today. Hopefully we'll be getting close to being done with the rock garden. Now you may be wondering who those people are doing all the handwork while I'm in the machine. Well, I'm lucky enough to call those people my parents, and this is the home that I grew up in. They've lived here for the last 32 years. And the reason I asked them for their help with this project is because, as you can tell, they take landscaping very seriously. They built this house 32 years ago, and when they moved in, there was nothing here but topsoil and backfill against the basement. All of the landscaping here, they have done themselves. If we look around the front yard here, planted all these trees, all these shrubs. You can tell they definitely have an eye for spatial awareness and how to place different shrubs, how to get things to work together. And here's as we walk to the backyard. Now in the backyard, they do have an in-ground swimming pool. They did not install the pool themselves. They paid somebody to put that in. But I mean, just even this trellis here, all the landscaping back through here, I've always been in awe of. Landscaping is not my forte. I did not inherit this gene. I wish I would have, but I guess that's why. And there's their dog, Rocky. He comes over and plays with Sadie all the time. Yeah, all this landscaping. They put the fence in the backyard. These arborvitaes were as big as the ones we just put in our rock wall when they put them in. So you can tell they've definitely had some time to grow up. Gazebo, all of the boxwoods around the gazebo, the swimming pool, all the landscaping around the back. And they even tried their hand at a retaining wall. Granted, not much of one. It's only about 3 or 4 stones high. But they put that in about 20 years ago, and it's still holding its shape well. And all of this landscaping on the back side of the pool here, where they had all that extra fill. That way they didn't have a giant hill coming down here. My dad does a garden every year. Tomatoes, peppers, zucchini, cucumbers, all that. But yeah, hopefully now you understand why I called my parents to come over and help me with some landscaping, because I think they do an incredible job of keeping their place pretty meticulous. So we got a pretty good jump start on this hardscaped rock wall that we're doing here. We got our boulders down on the bottom to kind of hold everything up on the hillside there. We've got our number 3 rock in. We've got our boulders kind of scattered in amongst the shrubbery that we're planting in there. I'll tell you what, having that excavator for doing projects like this is worth its weight in gold. I mean, everything that we're doing here, placing the boulders, digging the holes for the shrubs, and then even just shaking out the number 3 rock that we're putting in here, just makes everything so much easier. I mean, there's no way we would have got this much done if we were hand digging holes, hand spreading with a wheelbarrow and shovel, or even with the loader on the tractor. You know, if we were doing it on the tractor, you'd have to dump the loads up there on the top and then rake them all down and rake it around. I'm able to place everything exactly where I want it. And yeah, having that excavator was probably one of the best purchases we've ever made. Now you'll notice that we did stop right here. And the reason is because we want to add some kind of stairway going from the pond down here, so we can walk up here, hit these stairs, either go into the garage or go into the shop, or go into the mudroom or go into the house. This is kind of a central location on this hill that if we can put in a stairway here, we can go ahead and access a whole bunch of different things. So we're gonna put stairs here, and then we'll continue what we're doing on this side on the other side of the stairs. So the next thing we're gonna need to do is get these stairs done, and then we'll be able to continue that the rest of the way. We still have plenty of number 3 rock out here. We are gonna have to get some more boulders out of the woods. I'll show you how many we still have left. We've got a decent little bit left. So we still have a good little bit of rocks left here that we can put down along the front edge. We're definitely gonna need more, because putting that border going around all the way on the bottom is eating up quite a bit of rocks. And then if we still want to have some to kind of scatter in amongst to create that rock garden look. But here's a look at what this looks like from up top. It's coming out really nicely. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. One other thing worth mentioning is this hillside is going to age and develop as it does so. A lot of these shrubs, I mean, they're tiny now. They were just purchased. They're going to grow bigger. They'll end up needing trimmed. They'll fill in. Especially some of these junipers, which are supposed to be a low growing ground cover, That one right there and that one right there, they're basically just going to spread real low. They won't get taller than, you know, 6 to 12 inches tall, but they're just going to spread along all these rocks and just fill that in really nicely and hopefully help control the weeds. The whole goal of this entire project is to be maintenance free, or at least as maintenance free as landscaping can be. With the rocks in here, hopefully the most I'll have to do is come in here and spray this twice a year and be done with it. But I mean, I've helped my parents spread mulch growing up year after year, and it's just not something that I'm interested in spending my time on. So I think this is as maintenance free as it's going to get, and spraying rocks is a lot easier than spreading mulch. And here's how the landscaping in front of the garage turned out. Obviously, we still have some more number 4 rock we need to put in here. This stuff is softball to football size stuff, and just looks really nice, a little bit chunkier. You know, you can still see some of the weed covering we have down there, so we need to put in, I don't know, another 3 or 4 bucket loads on the tractor and kind of hand place those in there to cover up the weed barrier. But I really like how that turned out as well. Anyways, guys, it's been a hot and muggy one here today. I think I'm going to go jump in the pond. If you like what we're doing with this rock wall and this hardscaped landscaping, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.